Hey guys, it's Tombox here, and this video is actually going to be a bit different. I'm actually going to be talking about YugiTubing, and today's video is actually 5 YugiTuber mistakes that can potentially ruin your YugiTube channel. And so I'm going to share it with you guys. This is a very rare opportunity. I rarely share stuff in my little black book here. This black book, I have one every 3 years. I usually fill it up with mistakes I've made, stuff I'm working on. Basically, the MST.TV manuscript is this little black book. Regardless, now about this topic here, I'm actually a bit more passionate about this subject because it's kind of personal, and excuse my language because sometimes I get very angry at certain things. So the first one is number 5, zero energy. If you have zero energy in your video, I would say don't bother filming at all, because if you notice, most of the more successful YouTubers, whether you like them or not, whether they're even if it's just a YouTuber, they have some sort of enthusiasm. They have some sort of charisma going on for them, and being a boring guy does not help that. Imagine if I delivered a profile, just like a why is your profile? I'm like, hey guys, this is Team XYZ here. Hopefully you're not an actual team, Team XYZ. I apologize if you were, just bad example. Hey guys, Team XYZ here, and I got a deck profile for you guys today, and it's from the newest set. I really like playing the newest set. Like, you just jump all over the place and you're just talking in super monotone, and even I'm like, so that in this deck profile I played something different compared to most. It's so boring. Like, don't be that guy. You don't have the enthusiasm, and just don't do it. Like, it's a bad thing. And early MST.TV videos were like that. The only thing that we had going for us back in the very beginning was that we delivered crucial information. So it's like that course you had to take at school that you really don't want to take, but every single thing that the teacher said was super boring, but you needed to know, so you force yourself through it. So that's number 5. Don't be zero energy, because honestly, your views will dip faster than Bitcoin right now. So I'm just saying. Now, number 4 is covering stale information. By that, I've actually done this mistake in the past. In 2015, when I covered Necros, imagine if I'd covered Necros right when the beginning happened. Like, oh my god, like Bryos are $150 each. Wow, tons of hype. How do we beat them? Tons of material, fresh material. And then afterwards, it's going to be, well, let's see the biggest matchups. We have Necros versus Cleese. Cleese being one of the most dominant decks. Oh man, tons of hype. Oh man, versus Mass Heroes, tons of hype. And then it's like, we're gonna do it versus Ritual Beasts. We're gonna do it versus Dark Magicians. We're gonna do it versus every single deck. Oh my god, that's why MST.TV at one point was known as the Blue Channel, because it was so boring. All we did was cover the meta deck versus everything. And even my own deck profile of hitting top 8 in Seattle, it didn't really matter. We joked the whole thing. It was like, oh, so you're just basically playing a net deck of everyone else. And yeah, basically at that point, what else do I have to say? I just have to admit it. What I do have to say is, if I did that for the Zodiac meta, it would have been super boring and not very rewarding. The metrics would look something like this. When the video just starts off, or if you're covering that subject for an extended period of time, if it starts off, it's like, oh, super hype, lots of views, still lots of views, tank halfway, tank to 1/8, stay at 1/8, and then say a ban list comes in, and then you have to change up the deck a little. Hype respikes to about halfway, and then tanks again. It immediately tanks again, by the way. It doesn't stay. It's like, no one gives a anymore. Everyone knows that it's common knowledge now. So why bother covering it? So that's when it actually becomes a bit more lucrative and a bit more fun in terms of covering it in a different sense, or covering different topics. Like, that's when discussion topics are really hot. Like, how do you actually kill this deck? When is the next ban list coming? People are super excited when the meta is stale, when a ban list prediction comes out. Whether you're right or whether you're wrong, it's about the discussion. Honestly, it's about the discussion, how you would interpret it, just picking at your brain. And that's much more fun than talking about something that already exists. That's just how it is. So if you cover a stale meta, you'll watch out your metrics from growth to sub-growth. You start to lose subs because you're talking about the same thing over and over again. You're doing nothing different, and that's why it sucks a lot. And that's just the fact. I'll show you my metrics from back then if I could, but I'm too lazy to dig it out. Maybe if you followed me on my Facebook, maybe I'll show you guys someday. Another thing is, number 3, stealing content. No one likes it if you actually steal from things from Konami, and even among the communities, you wouldn't believe it, but the community is actually quite small, and people talk a lot, and you develop a very shitty reputation that no one wants to work with you anymore. Like, honestly, you just burn your whole bridge down without even realizing it. Oh, can you do this thing with you? No, because we don't really want to be affiliated with you. We don't want to be associated with you. That is kind of one of the reasons why. If you do use Konami content, and not just Konami content, if you use content from another tuber, they can be quite vengeful. And this is actually coming kind of personally. Personally, I am quite a grudge holder myself if someone steals something from me, just because even my stuff shows up on Google search. You know, I love doing artwork and stuff, and I really hate it. You guys, if you guys see my streams or my other videos, and I think I previously just uploaded another artwork video that took like, I don't know, 20-30 hours or so. I don't like it when someone just takes it and just uses it as their thumbnail. And did you know YouTube very easily lets you copyright strike someone just for using the thumbnail? Because the thumbnail is like the cover of a book. You see the cover is like, and I hate to say it, people do judge things by their cover. So it's the first impression that they deliver, and it's the thing that shows up everywhere. And simply just by claiming that, don't forget, Google search even states, this image may be subjected to copyright. Okay, well, you're basically at the discretion of whether or not they will copyright strike you. And depending on my mood, I could be trigger happy, you know, just so that I can f you over, and I don't exactly want to go down that route. So if you actually see this MST logo, the actual MST symbol looking thing that's black and whatever color, or there's an EX logo, Exalted Collection, Stream Open Series, all those things, or it's coming from tomboxcreations.com, just bear in mind that I will find out, and it's very easy to find out, because all you gotta do is, did you know Google search? Here's a fun thing. Take an image, you can drag it into the search bar, and it'll look for all the similar images out there. And if I see one that's YouTube that's not on my own channel, I'll know that someone else used it. If you don't credit me, then you're at my discretion now, aren't you? You know, whoa, all of a sudden it's copyright strike, and whether or not I'll be like, enforce the strike, or should I take it down, let you use it, you know, that's at my discretion. Don't be that guy. If you use Konami content, even if Konami EU is okay with it, because they're actually okay with you guys taking content, Konami NA might not be, you know, speaking the same language. Next up, lack of identity. Okay, YouTube is a sea of creators right now. How are you gonna stand out? If you don't stand out, you're just another nobody. I hate to tell you that, but that's just the truth right now. MST.TV started out as a nobody, but to do something about it, we had to stand out, we had to reach out, we had to impress the people up top so that they could actually bring us up. Same idea here. I really like to see people try to bring themselves up, and it's actually a huge amount of dedication. You have to sacrifice time, health, and money to get up here. If you're trying to start from a small channel, doing it alone and just trying to work your way up, the grind is going to be much harder. It's much steeper. That learning curve is ridiculous and near impossible. But if you break through it, then congratulations. You have won my respect at the very least. But honestly, a lot of the channels that do pop up nowadays, people see YouTube as a form of investment, as a business to build a social media platform. You got to see it in the business side. It's not just anyone can suddenly just make it. Think about these companies that invest millions of dollars to start one channel, and then they need to get their subscribers at a certain level before they can actually get the return. That's the same level. Like, oh, what are you investing in? You're investing in your camera equipment, your lighting equipment. You're investing in producers that schedule content. You're investing in writers. You're investing... If you can fill all these roles yourself, then yeah, you're a good solo tuber. And that's kind of the crap that I'm doing right now. And even now, I'm getting a ton of help from friends and from people that are hooking me up with some deals on these things. And that's why... that's how this works, really, and I'm trying to just stay afloat. But honestly, YouTube, if you lack identity, building up that identity is extremely difficult. It's not easy. Like, you need to maximize your search engine optimizations. You need people to know who you are. You need people to care about who you are. And how do you do that? I don't know. That's the mystery of YouTube. But if you don't stand out, if you know you are just like any other Joe Schmo. If I look at your video and I can't tell who that video belongs to, well, you're already kind of failing at your job, aren't you? Like, not very successful at all. And number 1. This is actually a bit of a surprising thing, but this is actually one of the biggest mistakes that I have made in the past. But this one is actually something that MST.TV is extremely guilty of, and even guilty of right now. It is doing giveaways. Let me give you the honest rundown of giveaways. You lose subscribers so hard that, honestly, I don't even know why I bother doing it. Like, every single time I do a giveaway, it makes people salty because they don't win. They're like, oh my god, I want to win this thing. And especially when you make something super exclusive, where there's like, I'm only making 10 copies of this, I'm only giving away 1. The other one, you can go ahead and just buy it yourself. You know what? Whenever I do giveaways, I kind of already expect this, because giveaways create an artificial growth in your subscribers. It's artificial. They don't stay. And a lot of people do giveaways wrong. They do this whole giveaway and they feel super happy about, oh my god, I got tons of subs now, and now that I have the subs, I can really just pump out the content, you know, really amp up the quality, and just like upload a video that's really good, and then that's gonna be it. That is wrong, and you're going to fail and crash and burn, and then you're gonna be like, what the f wrong? I don't know what's going on. Why am I losing so many subs? Because the numbers were artificially inflated due to hype and greed. The moment that passes off, you'll lose subs, and you might even lose some of your existing subs. Did you know that? So according to my metrics from all the giveaways I've done, every single time I've done a giveaway, if I do it in like paired with another channel, there's going to be this huge massive spike of growth. It's going to be like, oh, all these people, they're coming in here to watch. But if I didn't plan out accordingly and didn't plan it out properly, if I gain 1,000, I'll lose about 1,500, something like that. And that's just a fact. If you do a giveaway, don't expect that you're actually going to be able to keep any of those guys. And the thing is, the artificial growth will actually affect you, because like your channel, say your channel was growing beforehand, and then you do this crazy little giveaway which spiked the growth, and it's going to taper off at some point. You're going to hit a little threshold, and that's your real growth. That's where you're supposed to have been. But until you hit that, you'll be losing subs day after day after day after day. If your artificial growth was ridiculously huge, you can expect 2 to 3 months of just constantly just losing subs non-stop. And do you know what? That actually hurts you mentally. You're like, oh my god, no matter what I do, it's not good enough. It's never good enough. But if you compared it in terms of like a longer view, you actually potentially have actually net gained a lot more than you have actually lost. But I've seen charts that were way worse, where they've done a giveaway and then they lose about 600 or so. They've gained about like 800, they lost 600. They actually affected their own growth. Why? Because even their own subs that joined the giveaway, they didn't win. They got salty, they unsubscribed. That's what happens. So how do you actually keep the people that you gain? So but before you even do a stupid little giveaway campaign, what you have to do is you have to have prepared content. You need to prepare your best of the best. 10 out of 10. If you don't do that, they're just gonna go away. That's just how it is. So if you do giveaways and you're not prepared for it, you will lose subs and money for the whole thing. That's just my honest truth. I would show you what's going on, because MST.TV's last giveaway was the Christmas giveaway, and if you haven't noticed, the channel hasn't exactly moved up or down anywhere. It's actually been kind of losing constantly, if you've been paying attention, but only up until recently we kind of the correction finally stopped, and finally we have, we're back on track of where we're supposed to be. But that's just me showing you guys my tips. So let's just recap. Number 5, you have 0 energy, you're gonna lose your subs super fast. Number 4, if you're covering a steel meta, no one really cares, and if you become spam, and therefore people will unsubscribe. Number 3, taking content from Konami, it will actually brand you in a negative light, and therefore you're also at the discretion of the content owner to whether or not they want to strike you. Number 2, you lack an identity. And number 1, doing giveaways when you're not prepared. You will lose more subs than you will gain, and you'll also lose money. So those are 5 mistakes that can, depending on your situation actually is, could potentially just ruin your whole enthusiasm about this whole YouTube gig. And that is all I got for you guys today. This is just me being down to earth, honest with you guys. Yeah, it's kind of personal. I usually don't really share this stuff. If you guys enjoyed this content, hit me with a thumbs up if you guys want to see more stuff. Or back to the regular content of MST.TV, hit that subscribe button. And as always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please drop us a like so we know we are doing a good job. And you can also subscribe to MST.TV for more fantastic videos by clicking on the button on the left. Don't forget to check out our partners at Imperium Duelist. They make really high quality mats, including some of my own limited edition release stuff. And if you want to check out one of our past videos, click here on the right. As always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV, and I'll see you next time.